Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it's great to have you. If you're returning, it's good to see you again. In today's video, you'll receive my channeled message, plus a page from the Daily Angel Guidance book and also a healing card from the Universal Love Oracle deck. Please note that this is a collective group message, so it may not resonate with you today, and that is simply okay. Come back and visit me tomorrow, where it may just be aligned more with what you need to know. So limiting beliefs. I have done a video on money blueprint and also childhood blueprint, and I do believe I've also done one on limiting beliefs, but this is just coming from another perspective. More different perspectives arise, and when they arise, I'm going to share them with you. What limiting beliefs do you have? And are you aware of where they actually stem from? Why do you have that limiting belief about self? It's so important that you really do get the ability to identify why you've got that limiting belief. Where does it stem from in essence? Okay, so let's dive into the message. Limiting beliefs. What are limiting beliefs? You know, people have different perspectives, and you may have this perspective and you may not. So I'm going to offer you another one. Limiting beliefs are a compilation of self-imposed opinions that restrain and keep us from moving forward and out of our comfort zone. Yeah? How many limiting beliefs do you have that is really holding you back from getting where you want to go in life, or doing what you want to do professionally and personally, right? What is this saying to you about why you can't do it? What's your opinion of self that's holding you back? Yeah, and keeping you safe in your comfort zone. Why are you fearful to jump out of your comfort zone and do it? Ask yourself even that question. The more ingrained the belief, the more your thoughts will reaffirm them, regardless of the fact that most limiting beliefs are simply not true. They're not true about you. What you're saying about you and what you believe about you is not true. That's what this is telling you. So I'm going to keep going. Limiting beliefs are formed in the subconscious and stem from our life experiences. Okay? Far too often misperceived from past events, and most often in childhood. Yeah? So I'm going to give you a quick example. It could be that I keep getting to running a race. You are running a race, and your misperceived perception, right? What you misperceived was your parents expected you to come first. Yeah? And so you run the race, but you came second. And when you went up to mum and dad, right? They hugged you and they kissed you, but you didn't feel that they were happy with you because you didn't come first. Right? Now, is that truth or is that misperceived? Is that your own self-imposed pressure? So then are you going through life feeling that you weren't good enough for your parents because you came second in that race, and that's all so untrue? That's just what you perceived? Is it truth? And so you've gone through your adult life never feeling good enough. Wow. And there could be other situations in your childhood similar. It may not be running, it could be art, it could be something else that you didn't get an A for a particular grade. It could be, there's multitude. I just wanted to give you an example so you can really be clear on what I'm sharing with you. Throughout the years, our thoughts keep cementing and reaffirming that the beliefs we hold about self are true. Yep, that's who we are. It's all truth. So let me ask you this. What limiting beliefs are holding you back that are untrue about self? Go and identify your limiting beliefs. What limiting beliefs do you have? What do you say to self that holds you back? What do you say to self that limits you from really moving forward in life? Mine was, people are going to laugh at me. I'm not good enough. I don't articulate myself well enough to be a public speaker. I don't articulate and express myself enough, and I get too mumble jumble when I go and do a video. Yeah? And that's held me back. I do the messages because they're channeled, and I'm going to be very truthful and very transparent that this does assist me, and then all the channeling comes through because I'm calm. For the first part of the video, I know what I'm going to say, and then by the time I'm there and I've read this, I'm at ease and I'm comfortable and I'm channeling all the information. So what limiting beliefs do you have about self? And some of those that I shared with you still do rise to the surface, but I push through and I go, I know that they're not true. That's BS. I'm not limiting myself anymore. So really take some time and find out that write a list. And the way that I did that was really write a list and go, what is it I want to do? What is it that I want to do so badly? And I wrote the list. And then I wrote, why am I not doing it? So then I did a column of why am I not doing it? And then that's how I identified some of the BS stories that I was telling myself. So that may be a good way for you. So decide and take out any limits, anything, and go, you know what? If Kat had a magic wand and said, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in your life? What would you like to experience? What would you like to do personally? What would you like to do professionally? And just allow yourself that space to just write, what are your biggest hopes, dreams, and desires? Right? Without the limiting beliefs coming in, because it's not real. Then I'd like you to write in the next column, why have you not done it yet? And your whys are going to be the reasons, and there's how you're going to identify what limiting beliefs you have about self. Okay, let's keep moving on. Daily guidance. What do we have from the angels? Take your time. You've become so accustomed to rushing to meet all your responsibilities that it's almost an ingrained habit to go fast. Yet scurrying from one task to the next doesn't win any contests or engender peace of mind. Rather, it keeps your focus on the future instead of enjoying the present moment. Reading this message is one way that you're taking good care of yourself. You're nourishing your soul and creating healthful new outlooks. But we angels want to make more of an effort to move less quickly throughout the day. Accomplishing what you need to and taking your time aren't mutually exclusive activities. You get a lot more done when your energy and mood are soaring and with vigor that comes from enjoying yourself. The happiness is built noticing the beautiful and funny and poignant features of your day. And that requires taking your time so that these details become clear. You can also ask others to assist you with your needs and responsibilities. And that includes requesting assistance from us. Enjoy your time. Thought for today. I take time and approach my day with wonder and delight, noticing the rich fabric of each moment. It's okay for me to slow down as I accomplish all that I need to at a leisurely pace. Okay, I've actually just realised that I had the book like this, which means it's meant to be the left-hand page. And because I do not edit my videos, I'm going to read this message, and it kept drawing me here, and I can see now by the header why. That is the page it meant to be. However, take your time is also extremely relevant, and I'll share why. Okay, so I'm going to read this page. If you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath with me, you'll hear why. Heal disagreements. Not everyone is going to agree with your choices or the way that you handle situations. When someone takes issue with you, you may feel sad, angry, confused, or betrayed. You probably wonder why he or she thinks so differently from the way you do. You may even question your own decisions and wonder if the person is right. The situation is a demonstration that although all people share the same spirit and light on the inside, everyone is unique in human terms. Liking or loving someone comes from focusing on the similarities between you. Yeah. Which can sometimes blind you from noticing the contrasts. Yet in every relationship, there will be an occasional differences of opinion. It's not the disputes that matter, okay? But the way you handle them. If you can have the grace to accept that another person thinks differently from you, then you've come a long way on your spiritual path of learning and growing, yeah? Healing occurs within your first and then spreads to the relationship. No matter what the other person does, stay true to your own divinity. Your spiritual growth doesn't depend on changing people. Rather, it involves learning to see the light within others, no matter what. Thought for today: I stay centered in peaceful love during all my dealings with other people. I commit to seeing the inner light within myself and everyone else. I am willing to accept that all others are different from me, and I love myself for who I am right now. So this is really about, your limiting beliefs. Maybe there is something that you endured or an experience that you had during your childhood, could even be in your adulthood, that is really holding you back, and it's causing a limiting belief because of what someone may have said to you. And that is still there, right? So that event or that experience needs to come up. It's been suppressed, and you may not be consciously aware of it, and it needs to come up and be healed, because that is another way that you can also overcome any limiting beliefs. Because when you heal from what caused that limiting belief, then the limiting belief, of course, is going to be healed with it, right? That's just what I got with that. And I was guided, because in order to heal the disagreements and really identify your limiting beliefs, you need to take that time out. You need to take your time. It's important that you slow down, especially the busyness of the mind, because you are not going to be able to go inward vertically to identify where the limiting beliefs stem from. And maybe some of you I'm hearing say you don't have enough time. If it matters to you, you will find the time. If it's important to you, you will find the time. If limiting beliefs are holding you back from something you really want to do, find the time to heal from it. Yeah? Stop allowing this to self-sabotage you and tell you bullshit stories that you don't have time. It's not true. Because if you're watching TV or scrolling on your phone, that is time that you could dedicate to self. Okay? Just saying. All right, what does a card have for us today? The gateway. Absolutely. This is about the opening of opportunities. When you really do decide to work on your limiting beliefs, it's amazing what opportunities become open to you. Because when you have a limiting belief, it is absolutely coming from a place of lack. I can only do this. So the opportunities are not going to present themselves. When we rid that belief about self and we go, no, you know what? I'm not going to say I can't do anything. I'm actually going to be open to it, because I know that I am really good at learning. I can learn whatever I choose to learn, because if I focus on it, I can do it. And for some of you, you've got some dreams and goals and desires. They're so strong, but your limiting beliefs have been holding you back. This is saying that the opportunities are close. They're in your close proximity. However, and they may have even been offered to you already, but because of the limiting belief about self, it held you back and you said no. And some of you are holding deep regret, and that was what that heal is. That's that heal. It was talking about relationships, but from this, it's about heal. So for those of you who are unhappy in what you are doing in your life, both personally and professionally, This card represents opportunities. It's the gateway to opportunities. So if you can really identify and spend the time and invest in finding what's your limiting beliefs about self, and you can really begin to work on them, this is going to assist you to be open to so many different opportunities. It's a great card, the gateway, and what a perfect time to come out with the limiting beliefs message. So what has the gateway got for us today? A chapter in your life is coming to a close. And a new chapter is about to begin. Surrender the past graciously and lovingly and trust in the natural cycles of life, for all is held eternally within the arms of great love that we call life. Remember that spring follows winter, and each spring is full of rebirth. Time is an eternal gateway to new beginnings. Feel the sacred, precious beauty that fills your heart. Even in sadness, a great light shines from within you. Be grateful for all that has been and all that is still to be. So when we show gratitude for something we endured in the healing process, I want to be very clear, it really does enable us to shift those limiting beliefs. You know, because while we keep buying into the stories, and this is not intentional, that we're not good enough, we're stupid, we're not educated, we're not articulate enough. People are, and comparison syndrome comes into play, and we're not good enough, we're not as good as those people. And all of those things, when we go there, we limit ourselves to what our abilities are. The only limiting beliefs we have are the ones we place on self. That is it. If you go, you know what, I'm not buying into that. I decided I'm not buying into that. I'm not articulate. I'm articulate in the way that I'm articulate. I am articulate. I get feedback to say, yeah, you put it so simply. But I was comparing myself to all these other people that deliver so differently. And then I went, hang on, I just do it differently. And that's okay. So that was a limiting belief that I moved. It took a long time. So be patient with yourself. It's practice, practice, practice makes permanent. Yeah? I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you gained something little. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd be so grateful if you'd like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload tomorrow's cat's message of the day. And also, I would love some interaction. So if there is some feedback you want to give, or you want to ask a question, further information on this video, please don't hesitate to comment. And I will endeavour to get back to you as soon as possible, and it's definitely within 24 hours. Okay? I want to thank you for spending your time with me, as I absolutely respect your time is extremely valuable. You matter. You matter. So invest in you as you are your most valuable asset. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.